What happened with your wife and her former sorority house? I want to hear this story. I want to know the details on this story.
Oh, this is a tough one. So we, this is just going to get me in trouble here. All right, so we were driving up because I feel like we have just gotten past this. We've been fighting for 48 hours about it, and now I'm bringing it back up on the radio. So this is tough. This is tough. We were driving up to Gainesville on Friday after the show. I told you guys I was driving up to Gainesville.
That's a rough drive after 7 o'clock at night.
Well, I didn't even leave my house because I had to go to the house. I had to get the kids. I had to pack real quickly. So we didn't leave till like 8:15.
Okay, yeah,
okay?
It's bad.
So it's about a 5.5 hour drive. Back in 96, when I went to school there, class of 96, I used to get there a little bit quicker, Dan, because, I drove faster. I didn't have kids in the back, so I used to get there a bit faster. So anyway, we're headed up there, and to keep myself awake on the drive, it's a long drive, kids in the back, wife is sleeping in the passenger, to keep myself awake, I am throwing down peanut M&Ms, Baby Ruths, Nathan hot dogs, sauerkraut, mustard. Whatever I need to throw down, I'm throwing down in order to keep myself awake.
Right.
Okay? There's a Frosty in there at some point.
Christ.
Oh, yeah, I went to town.
All right.
I went to town. So we got to Gainesville that night, and then the next morning, we woke up. Now, I have a massive stomachache, okay? We woke up early. My wife wanted to go see her old sorority house and show our daughters the old sorority house, okay? So we get there at around 10:15. Now, keep in mind what I had eaten the night before in the drive up. Couple that with the fact that I've already had 2 beers on Saturday morning, okay?
Oof.
Yeah, this is bad. So we get there on Saturday morning. We get to the sorority house. Now, naturally, all the students are sleeping. What kid wakes up at that time after a Friday night? You get the big Gator South Carolina game coming up at 3:30. They're all asleep. But it's a big visitor weekend. A lot of parents are there. Saw a lot of my old friends from the class of 99. Saw everyone there.
Does this story come complete with an ending, or is it just something that goes on ad infinitum?
Well, long story short, Dad, so we're in the sorority house, okay? And there was one lady that is kind of giving us...
Long story short.
Yes.
No, long story long.
Okay, so there's a lady, a mother there, okay, because all the students are sleeping. And she says, hey, come on in, no problem. And my wife says, even my husband, she says, no problem, come on in, everyone's sleeping. And so, about 5 minutes into the tour, I went to her, Dan. The stomach was rumbling, okay? And the tour had just begun, and I'm not getting out of there for a while. I said, ma'am, can I use your I'm really embarrassed. Can I use your bathroom? She says, no problem, go ahead. I go into the bathroom. Normally, Dan, if I had to go, number one, I'd be done in 60 seconds, in and out and back on the tour. But, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
15 minutes go by. My wife is mortified. They leave the house. They're so embarrassed. So when I come out of the bathroom, the only person there to greet me is the mom who allowed me to use the bathroom because the rest of my family and friends and daughters have fled the premises. They are gone. They want nothing to do with me, no association with me, nothing. Okay? The lady says to me, took a long time in there, didn't you?
Oh, no.
I said, sure did.
Totally judging you.
Yep, sure did. And now this has been a source.
Why? Why is your wife mad at you about this?
Oh, my God. Mad beyond belief. This is as angry as she's ever been.
Why? But you got to go to the bathroom. What are you going to do?
You know in Shawshank, when Brooks carved out, Brooks was here?
Uh-huh.
I carved out, Stugotz was here in the sorority bathroom. I think that's what drove her over the edge.
You had to go to the bathroom. You had to go to the bathroom. All right, we'll get more into this. The gas bag on the team flight.
I can't tell you, Dan. We didn't find a single person who agreed with me and disagreed with my wife. Every single one of them.
I'm siding with you on this.
I destroyed this house.
All right, well, you had to go to the bathroom. What can you do? You can't control your bowels. You're a primate. She should know that she married someone who wasn't trained at these things.
When you got to go, you got to go.
That's who she married. She married a guy who's not good at this stuff.
I guess it's just the sorority house, and my wife used to live there, and she was embarrassed. Her picture's on the wall. It's all females living there. I destroyed the house. It's a big house, but I destroyed it. Like, when I went back outside, Dan, into the main part of the house, you could still Because it wasn't a Lysol. I mean, you could still...
Oh, well, see, now you didn't mention that. That wasn't a part of the story.
Oh, no Lysol. There was none in there. I would have used it had there been some in there.
But you didn't mention the part of the story that there was a scent, that everyone left the house because they were fleeing a scent. You didn't... That part was omitted. It was the only detail omitted from that incredibly long story you just told.
Yeah, it wasn't long.